Yarniesville people. My name is Kim, also known as Yarning for a Smile, and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at the Della and Jimmy Beans Canvas Maker's Backpack. This backpack retails for $125 and comes in a variety of colors. I have it in black. It is a wax canvas. So it will kind of show some wear because that's the nature of the canvas. But I really love this bag. I have another video on my channel for the roll top if you want to check that out. It's my other go-to everyday bag, but this is my bag if I have to go somewhere and I'm going to be a little bit. So let's talk about the features of the bag. So it is wax canvas. You do have leather accents on the handles, on this strap in this front corner, as well as the back strap. The luggage holder, so you can just slide this over the handle of your luggage, and the zipper pulls. The bottom is wax canvas, and it has 4 metal feet and like a cardboardy base. There's also a little metal detail on the backpack strap with the lotus button. The Della logo. I've had my bag for, I don't really know off the top of my head. I'll have to look that up and I'll insert that right here. So some things I love about this bag and some things I don't love about this bag. I love that there's exterior bottle pockets so I can put my water in. You know, this is supposed to hold your stitch markers, but if you've watched my previous video, every time I use these and have stitch markers on here, no matter what way I turn the clasp, which this tends to be the best way, they still pop off. This one's actually not as bad as popping open as the other one is. It could be because it's location. So what I have done is added a big lobster claw, and I just keep my markers on that, on the front part. On the other side, I've added just some little rainbow and a little sheep detail. So I kind of wish if that thing was maybe right here, and I think that would probably be better on this bag because it's less likely to get bumped when you're wearing it. These straps on the front do pop off, and while I understand the purpose, I just think it's kind of weird, especially where I live. So what you're supposed to be able to do is take off your jacket or sweater, and instead of having to stick it in your bag, you just pop these open and slide it in there and snap them back, and then it's just going to kind of stay. However, for me, you know, if I have like a little thin sweater or jacket, I don't want it picking on anything, so I'm not going to just stick it on the front of my bag. They really could have put an extra zipper pocket here for your cell phone, which would have made this like the perfect bag for me, but it's just to me like a waste of space. I do love that it has a padded back. I do have the older Namaste faux leather one. That thing gets so hot on your back because air does not circulate. This is a much lighter bag and it's a lot cooler to wear. And I think other people feel the same way too, because I've actually talked to somebody at Stitches a couple of years ago that had the faux leather Jimmy Beans Namaste, and that was the #1 thing they said that they hated about it, was it's just so hot on their back. I do love that it has a back zipper, and this is a really large zipper, and I actually keep my wallet in here. But this pocket goes all the way across, and it's pretty tall. I mean, I can stick my phone in there up and down, but my wallet I kind of have to catty corner, but it does fit. If you've ever traveled outside the US, this is huge, which I mean, I guess it's kind of huge in some places in the US, but pickpocketing is a big thing, and especially other countries. And when I went overseas to Europe several years ago, even back then, the first thing they tell you to do is, if you have a backpack, make sure you have your wallet in the back that you can zip up, or have a lock for your zippers on the front, because it is so easy for people just to open and get that out without you even knowing it. But my wallet does fit in there, and it does zip up, and it's a decent sized wallet. I love that there's two handles, because often when I grab this, when I get out of the car, I grab by the handles. I do love that it's backpack straps, and they're very comfortable the way they sit. The zipper, I have a love-hate relationship with, because while it's this great big zipper, it also has these great big teeth. So when you're knitting from your bag, you need to make sure that you turn the bag like this, which is what this is for. And that way your yarn does not get caught on your zippers. Another issue I have with the zippers is often when I'm zipping it up, this fabric gets caught because it can go up. And if you're not careful, you're going to rip your fabric right there. It is padded on the back, and there's also a padded portion here where you can put your laptop or iPad. When I do travel, often I stick my little iPad mini in here and a book or a magazine if I'm knitting from a pattern. It does have another leather Della logo, and it has this. This is the same thing used in dental floss, and it's used for cutting your yarn, so you don't have to have scissors with you. Which makes this bag a great bag for traveling, because you don't have to worry about carrying scissors on a plane. This is a leather piece with a lotus symbol, and that's a yarn guide. So when you have your project in the bag, you can put your yarn through here and leave it open, and it'll kind of help guide your yarn. There is a zipper pocket that runs along the back of the bag that's really big. I usually just keep personal things in there. And then on the front of this laptop media pocket is another snap pocket. This is a great place to keep the canvas notions zipper thing, because it fits perfectly. And in front of that is another zipper pocket with a leather trim. And I just keep hand wipes, and I have all my lotto tickets that I need to send in to Eat Sleep Knit, because I actually have some yardage and store credit. The bottom of the bag is very wide. This bag also has side interior pockets. I'm hoping the light doesn't wash that out. So in here I keep another thing of hand sanitizing foam. I keep a reusable shopping bag and some body spray. And the other side has another bottle inside pocket. The only thing is, if this bag is packed and you have a water bottle on the exterior, it's really hard to have a lot of stuff in this other pocket on the inside, which is why I usually just have one bottle on this side, and this side I use the interior side. Because if it's full, like over here, you have to really squeeze that bottle to get it in, and it's just kind of a fight that I don't want to have to deal with. So I'm going to flip the bag around so we can see the other side. So looking at the other side, there is a leather attachment with a D-ring, and I use that for clipping on my AirPods and my key fob, as well as my AirTag. You have a slip pocket. This slip pocket does not go all the way down. It just is a couple of inches, about the size of just the top of my fingers, and I use it for lotions and chapstick. And then you have another one that's a little bit skinnier, and again I have just more hand sanitizer. And then you have these three pin or hook or needle, whatever you want to use, pockets. However, it's important to remember, if you have just your yarn in the bottom and you have a hook and you keep it with a pointy end up, then that could actually grab your work and pull a stitch. So make sure you always put those down. I usually keep a pin in here I need to make some notes. And that's really about it. I tend to be a bag in a bag person. So I like to keep my project in another bag and stuff it down, and then I can still pull through and feed through the yarn guide. But it's a really great bag. It's really comfortable to wear. And I don't have as many issues with this bag as I do the roll top. The roll top, you know, there's some things I think that it's just very wonky with that bag. But this one is I really wear it everywhere if I'm wanting something a little bit bigger than the roll top. I hope to get my hands on the new tote so I can do a review for you guys on that. And I will say the black canvas shows everything. So be noticeable that, like, I have a cat, he loves to rub against it, and as you can see there's cat hair on there, but it just kind of comes off pretty easily. So that is the Canvas Makers backpack. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below and I'll try to answer them.